Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Happy New Year. I thought I would do a video to kick off 2022 about skincare and maybe boosting your skin as part of a skincare resolution. Before we get started, if you're new to our channel, welcome. And if you're a returning visitor, welcome back and thank you for all your support. If you haven't already done so, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so that you know whenever we have a new video out. And please don't forget to check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Probably not so much Twitter. Anyway, what can we do with skin? So it's the new year and I think pretty much everyone might be feeling a little bit rough, maybe from celebrating the festivities, because in the UK we missed out on those last year because, you know, the pandemic, or it might just be because 21 has been a shocker of a year. So either way, that's kind of played havoc with a lot of our skin, and this video is about things that you can do to kind of, some big, some small, that can really help reboot your skin and help you better look after it moving forwards. If you haven't already got a skincare routine, this is a time to kind of consider that, and it doesn't have to be anything fancy, it doesn't have to be anything crazy, it just needs to be something that you do consistently. So what I like to do when people and patients ask me about skincare, and I do this especially in our virtual skin clinic, is really get to the crux of the matter. Is there one or two things that specifically concern you about your skin, or one or two goals that you have? You really have to strip it down to the essentials, because that's really important. So by that I mean it could be that you just want to reduce hyperpigmentation, or acne could be your big thing, or texture, or extreme dryness, or just preventing aging because everything else is fine with your skin. It's just important to have that goal in mind, because that will inform everything else you do. And then the other thing is to kind of figure out what your skin is like generally. Does it tend towards the dry side? Is it more oily? Is it a little bit in between? Is it acne prone? Is it sensitive? Because that again informs what you do. If you don't already have a basic skincare routine, what you really need as the essentials are a gentle way to cleanse your skin. This could be a cleansing balm, it could be a lotion, it could be a wash. Nothing that strips your skin of oil, nothing that irritates it, just something nice and simple. And then you really need to use something, especially if your skin is dry, or it's quite sensitive, you need to use something like a really hydrating moisturizer. It doesn't have to be anything super fancy, but it just is something that will help. And then absolutely everyone should be using sunscreen, SPF 30 as a minimum, and that should be used during the day, even if you're indoors, because UV rays can get through windows. Those are the absolute must-haves that you should have. Now, if you are looking to specifically fight a skin problem, you'll need to introduce active products, most likely. Really good active products to think about, basic simple ones, might be an exfoliating acid as a toner. So if your main problem is dry skin, or if it's hyperpigmentation, or if it's wrinkles and aging skin, then looking for an alpha hydroxy acid, something like glycolic acid, or if your skin's more sensitive, lactic acid. There's quite a few of these, and I've done a video and a blog post on these, and I'll leave the link at the bottom. If your major problem is oil control and acne, then salicylic acid is a really good product to incorporate, and I usually encourage people to use exfoliating acids in the mornings. If you're looking to brighten your skin, the exfoliating acid or the acid toner will help with that, but vitamin C is absolutely amazing. It gives the skin a nice brightness to it, it helps even out skin tone, and it has antioxidant effects, so it will help fight the damage that is done by the sun, but of course you still have to use your SPF. And vitamin C, I also recommend everyone use it once a day in the mornings. I'll leave blog posts with our recommendations and links to our skincare routine pages at the end of this video. Now, if you weren't really fussed with skincare, you're okay with the basic minimum routine, you only want one thing that could treat any of those things, and you don't care about anything else and you don't have time for anything else, then I really think incorporating vitamin A, specifically retinol if you're only looking for something over the counter, or tretinoin if you want a prescription skincare that's quite active. This is amazing. So vitamin A helps treat acne. It will help with acne scarring and improving skin texture. It will help with preventing wrinkles. It's really one of the only topical treatments that's scientifically been proven to reduce fine lines and wrinkles over time. And it will help with sun damage and hyperpigmentation. So it really is something for everyone. There are different formulations for retinol that you can find over the counter. So if you have oily skin, stay away from the oil-based ones. If you are looking for something that works a bit faster and is a lot more active, then looking at a retinoid like tretinoin, and that's something, if you're in the UK, you can access through our virtual clinic. But it is amazing and it's a staple. The only catch with retinoids is you can't use them, obviously, if you're allergic to them. You can't use them if you're pregnant or breastfeeding or planning to be. But aside from that, you're pretty much good for it. And if you're thinking about tretinoin, then your doctor will go through a health assessment with you to make sure that there's no medical reason why you can't be on it. But retinol, vitamin A is fantastic. And if there's only one thing that you are able to do on top of a normal skincare routine, then integrate retinol or tretinoin into it. If you are happy to do a little bit more, then I would also say, as well as the retinoid, also using the vitamin C and an exfoliating acid. You don't have to do all those things together. You can pick one, and then as your skin gets used to it, introduce others. If you're someone with normally sensitive skin or dry skin, you definitely need to approach this slowly and don't introduce too many things at the same time, too many active products, because they can irritate the skin and you don't want that. So these are kind of my big basic things that you can do at home, and if you're looking at tretinoin, you can do that with the help of a doctor or a virtual clinic if you're in the UK. If you're looking for just a complete redo, so if your skin has been neglected for a bit, or there's sun damage, maybe you have hyperpigmentation, maybe you have a breakout of acne that's been just going on for months and months and really nothing is touching the sides, then you can consider a professional treatment. So in our clinic, that's quite simple. We have skin transformation kits that you can use at home. So these are prescription products from the Obagi family of skin kits. So Obagi New Derm is fantastic if you're looking to treat sun damage, signs of skin aging, hyperpigmentation. It will just resurface your skin, and it has the effect of doing a course of really targeted chemical peels at home, and they don't call it the transformation system for nothing. So that's a fantastic kit to use. If you're looking to boost the skin, but maybe you don't have quite as many concerns, maybe a bit of skin aging, maybe a little bit of hyperpigmentation, the Obagi C system is also fantastic for that group. So it's kind of for more mild to moderate transformations. If your big problem is acne, then the Cleansiderm MD system is a good treatment to have that will help with clearing out mild to moderate acne, particularly when used with tretinoin. And then if you really just the idea of doing a system at home, any kind of skincare above a basic routine is too much, you can consider professional treatments. Even if you use the kits and you want to augment the effect of them, you can consider professional treatments. So if you're not going to go with the kits, then professional treatments such as chemical peels can really help. A course of chemical peels resurface the skin, and they can treat things, help improve acne, hyperpigmentation, skin damage. If the main problem is skin texture and aging, then you can look at things like microneedling. Again, that really helps boost and stimulate collagen. And our microneedling products combine that with a superficial peel, so you get the best of both worlds. Or laser treatment, which is again incredible at resurfacing the skin and helping kind of unveil the skin, the new skin underneath. All of these though do require a course of treatment, so you may not have to do quite as much as home, but you will be in the clinic a little bit more. And then beyond that, if you just want a treatment, this, you know, maybe you don't have a specific skin concern, but your skin just feels a bit flat, it's maybe just not glowy, it's not bright, you just really want a nice reset, then something like a skin boosting injection like Profilo. It's a course of 2 treatments, 4 to 6 weeks apart, and it is fantastic. It will help give the skin a much more hydrated look. It helps stimulate collagen and elastin, so the skin becomes more plump, it becomes bouncier, and the treatment sort of lasts 6 to 8 months, so you kind of look at, you know, repeating it twice a year to really have your skin just be given that just really good boost. And most of our patients who've had Profilo, it often encourages them to look after their skin in between treatments. So I'm going to leave it at that in terms of kind of quick skincare options and skin treatments that can really help reset your skin and boost it and counter specific problems. Let me know if you have any questions about any of these treatments. Don't forget to check the links below for more information about them and about how to kind of reset your skin and meet your skin care resolution. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, Happy New Year.